In Egypt, Joseph is sold to a man named Potiphar, the captain of Pharaoh's guard. Now Joseph, despite being betrayed and abandoned, doesn't give up. He works hard, he stays focused, and soon his integrity, wisdom, and skills start to shine. Potiphar notices this. Joseph is put in charge of Potiphar's entire household. He's trusted, he's respected. But as with any great story, there's a twist. Potiphar's wife takes notice of Joseph. She tries to seduce him, but Joseph, determined to honor God and his master, refuses. He says, "How could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God?" Angry and humiliated, Potiphar's wife accuses Joseph of trying to hurt her. Potiphar, believing his wife, has Joseph thrown into prison. Joseph is once again betrayed, alone in a dark prison, but even there God doesn't forget him. While in prison, Joseph meets two men, Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker, both of whom have troubling dreams. Joseph, gifted with the ability to interpret dreams, helps them. He tells the cupbearer that in 3 days he'll be restored to his position, but the baker will not be so lucky. Joseph asks the cupbearer to remember him when he's back in Pharaoh's palace, but time passes, and the cupbearer forgets. Until one day, Pharaoh himself has a troubling dream. Pharaoh's dream is strange and mysterious. 7 fat cows eaten by 7 thin cows, and 7 healthy ears of grain swallowed by 7 withered ears. No one can interpret it. Pharaoh, impressed by Joseph's wisdom, promotes him to the second highest position in the land. Joseph becomes in charge of Egypt's grain supply, preparing the country for the coming famine. Joseph, once a slave and prisoner, is now a ruler. His rise to power shows us something incredible. No matter how low life brings you, no matter how unfair things may seem, God has a plan for your life. Years later, Joseph's brothers come to Egypt to buy grain during the famine. They don't recognize him, but Joseph recognizes them. The tables have turned. But instead of seeking revenge, Joseph forgives them, knowing that everything that happened was part of God's bigger plan. "I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold into slavery. But don't be afraid. God sent me ahead of you to save lives. It wasn't you who sent me here, but God." Joseph's story is one of redemption, forgiveness, and trusting that even in the darkest moments, God is working behind the scenes. No matter the setbacks, with faith, perseverance, and trust in God's plan, you can rise above. And so Joseph's journey, from a coat of many colors to the ruler of Egypt, teaches us that no matter what we face, God can turn any situation around for good.